That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. It is 7 after 11 o'clock, 25 degrees. Barbara, I win. I do. I told you this morning it was going to be 25. Friday, November the 1st. It is a pinch and a punch for everybody here in New Zealand, but still catching up over in the other side of the world. It's Halloween tonight, and, well, maybe all the little loved ones can be guided around and brought home safely. What do you reckon? In the meantime, while we're talking about the other side of the world, why not drop on into British Columbia? Lantner, British Columbia. We're joined today by Kellen Saip. Do I have the name right, Saip?
Saip, you're close enough.
Nice. Say it loud.
Kellen Saip. And it's definitely not 25 degrees here.
No, you're basically starting the winter period now, aren't you?
We're getting there. I'm okay with it. I'm a decent. I'm a big guy, so I got my winter weight on 24/7.
Fair enough, too. I'm not even going to go there. I really am. But I will let you know that this month we're starting off with the Royal Canadian Mounted Police and the OPP are going to be giving us selected information about what's happening on the major arteries, mainly like the Coke and all the main arteries that are being held up to stop truckies, everybody. We want them to get to their destinations, which is weird, my friend. Last year, would you believe, a truckie had an accident and an OPP officer actually attended that, heard on the radio our station playing, and she approached her bosses, they approached us, and at the end of the year, actually, we were doing all the weather reports for the OPP for those particular regions. This year, the Royal Mounted Police have come on board.
Yes.
You know, so, and especially through the Coke, where we're starting about hope and working up there, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, it is an absolute honour to be able to be taking part in something as critical as drivers getting to the destination safely in your country, my friend.
Awesome, man. We appreciate it. The Coke is a cruel mistress sometimes.
Well, I've been up it, but only in the summertime, and I was fascinated with those little tunnels you have to let the avalanches go through.
Yeah,
Scary.
It's beautiful in the summer, amazing in the summer, but it can get pretty crazy in the wintertime.
Yeah, absolutely scary, my friend. I wouldn't want to do it. I've got to be honest with you. Where we are here in Kawerau, we're on the east coast of the North Island of New Zealand, and it's, well, we don't get a lot of rough weather. In fact, we don't even know what snow is here.
Really?
Yeah, it's lovely.
I'll send you some in a box. Ship it over to you.
Yeah, do that. I'm sure they'll be wondering why I'm importing water by the time it gets here.
Yeah. We'll get it over customs somehow, and we'll figure it out.
Exactly. Well, I tell you what, I would rather have a something with a few degrees to it, if you know what I mean. Something far more substantial than a bit of snow.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of having something that you have to open or even just pull the pull tag. That's a bit of me.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I was looking at a friend's post this morning, and he says, I'm over there. This is how I'm going to brass off my neighbour. And what he did was he took off his shoes and planted his footprints on the boot of the car, right? Then he got out an orange juice and poured it on the upper part of the windscreen. And, well, you know what it looks like, don't you?
That's awesome.
He did that this morning. I loved it. Absolutely.
That's a good idea.
Not bad. You know, you guys are quite inventive. Yep. Better than snow angels.
It's good. I'm going to do it. My wife's going to be very upset later today. That's pretty fun.
That's funny. It really is funny. Now, Callum, we've got your first song up, which is Shadow on Your Path. Now, this was one of the very first songs that I heard of yours, and you know the process. I've explained that to you, how I go through choosing what we're going to be doing. Yeah. And I literally pulled the car over, opened up the doors, turned up the stereo, because we're in a little milling town in between three major cities. So out in the forestry, basically, where nobody else can influence me, I'm listening to Kellen Saip and Shadow on Your Path. Now, tell me, how did you come to the lyrics of this?
That record was really, really cool to do, actually. I met a producer down here that was like, hey, let's do one song. I want to get back into writing, like producing music. Let's do one song for free. And if you like it, you can keep it. If you don't, I just want to use it for my portfolio. We became really good friends, and we actually recorded that whole record in this basement where I'm sitting right here. And Shadow on Your Past is just kind of a song about no matter where you go, your past is going to follow you, and it's up to you to change the future. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, I don't think, having your past follow you, because you learn from your mistakes, and you can change the direction that you're going.
Well, you need your past to be able to move forward, really, don't you? You as you say, learn from your mistakes, but you really do. No, I can't turn it up right now. Maybe you can over there. There's a little knob, it's called Twisty. You can use that to turn things up. Yeah. Barbara wants me to... Hold on. See if that's any better for you, Barbara. Yeah, and so basically... sorry about that. Barbara is very dangerous with the wandy thing that she's got going on.
I see that thing going around. Yeah, you're going to take an eye out.
Yeah, believe me, it can be scary. Hello, everybody that's watching us this morning on Facebook Live. I got to welcome you guys along. And Kellen, sorry, I've got to let you know that you will get a copy of this. I'm going to apologise in advance. You'll get a copy of this. We'll also do a couple of crazy photos after the end of this and do a little video, put you on our website so that everybody that goes to our website can go and have a look at that as well. Believe me, it's going to be a lot of fun. But we were talking about Shadow on Your Path, and believe me, this is a great song. It really, really is. Now, at the same time, who was your producer again?
So this one was done by a buddy of mine named Sonny. He goes by Sonny. He's working on a place down in Chilliwack here called Blue Door Studios that they just opened. And yeah, he became a good friend, and we just we started with one song, and throughout about a month and a half, we just banged some songs out, and that was one of them that just I was sitting on for a little bit, and it just came out organically. And the record itself is just, that's what it is. It's super organic, and just we didn't even know what we were doing with the mics. We just set everything up, and it'll be totally different the next day, and the next day will be different rooms. So it came out very natural and organic, and I was stoked on that little EP.
Well, I got to congratulate you as an engineer, not only as a DJ, but as an engineer. I don't listen to music as a fan would listen to music. I listen to it in its increments, if you know what I mean. I break it all down, try and figure it out. It's just one of those things you do in the train. And I couldn't fault this work. I really, really couldn't. Love it. Love it.
I'll be excited about that.
Absolutely, my friend. Please pass my congratulations on. Right here, right now at Galaxy 107 FM is Kellen Saip and Shadow on Your Path. Who's with us, Barbara?
Hey, Steve Baker.
Steve, hello, buddy.
Hi, Cheryl, darling. How are you? Gorgeous. Stephen Wegner. And Ryan Dior.
Have you heard
Ireland.
of Steve Baker, my friend?
No.
Let me introduce you. I'll get Barbara to send you his details. Now,
Yeah.
he's based in Nashville and runs a company called Visual Image Marketing. And he puts videos everywhere you need them. Literally, he does. Like the Hard Rock Cafes, Floating Palaces, malls, Burger Kings, places like that, if you know what I mean.
Awesome.
And it's all about exposure. It really, really is. I couldn't recommend a better guy to work for you than Steve Baker. I really, really couldn't. So,
Okay.
if that's all good with you, I'll get Barbara to pass that info on to you.
Yes, please. That's my next move. I gotta find some people that are good at that.
Nice. Now, having said that,
Steve,
would you mind if we
Kellen.
passed information on to you to our good friends of ours, where it's sort of like a sister company we have in Jacksonville, Florida, that's a late night television show.
Okay.
Has he
And,
got a good video, though?
Yeah, we need a good video. So when you get your good video, let us know. We will pass all of this interview and everything on. I mean, these are timeless, if you know what I mean.
Awesome. I appreciate it all, guys. Like, that's all the love is there, and I love it. So
It is, my bro. It is, because as I said to you, we only play good music. And
Well, I feel very privileged in that section.
well,
I've seen what you guys are playing. Yeah, I see that little thing behind you. Is that Kadu, the country artist?
yeah.
Yeah, I played a festival with him just a couple weeks ago in Fort Langley.
Nice. Well,
Yeah.
he's a great guy. He really, really is. We love
nice.
Kadu. We really, really do. And it's always nice to have something to roll on.
That's perfect.
That's a good segue. Let's go into it.
Every broken home, sticks and stones and hollow bones you it leaves a shadow on your past.
That's right. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 18 after 11 o'clock, 24.8 degrees. I still win. It's, you know, weatherman said 19 degrees today. Not a show. He didn't stand a chance with me today. It's Friday, coming into the weekend, and absolutely loving meeting Kellen right now, coming out of British Columbia. And we seem to be doing quite a bit out of British Columbia, especially out of Vancouver, and it's always nice to have a change of flavour, to be honest. It's been country, a lot of it. This is gently fused folk and blues with the subtle undertones of faith. Believe me, lots of faith right there, and soul that derived from his family gospel roots. Now tell me a little bit about yourself. How long have you been performing? How long have you been singing?
Oh, forever. My mom, her name's Connie Scott, and she was a Christian gospel singer. She's done it all. She toured Bryan Adams and Michael Bolton and done stuff with Cher and won some Junos down here. So I was on the tour bus until I was 3, raised on a tour bus, and then I had a brother, and that was like the time where the touring was over for her. It was too much work, but professionally playing and singing, I've only been I'm pretty young blood at this right now. It's been about, I want to say about 7 years.
Okay.
I've been doing it now, it's been 2.5 years, like, professionally. This is my job now, so,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
And believe me, don't give up your day and night job right now.
Oh, I will, I have to call you late night when I'm all upset with the touring life.
Well, believe me, I have done it. I really, really have. I've toured with some of the biggest bands in the world, and I could tell you some stories. Believe me, I really could. But, you know, it's got to be tongue-in-cheek and keep what's on the road, even in the past. You know,
It's true.
Yeah, absolutely. And believe me, I can tell you a few things that happened in Amsterdam that would...
That sounds like a place that things would happen, I think. Amsterdam.
Believe me, there's some things I even haven't told my wife about that place.
Well, it doesn't count because you can't remember it, right?
Well, it was a policy not to remember anyway. You know, try and get as blitzed as you can on whatever you can. And as long as you made it to work. Yeah, as long as you made it to work, you were right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody needs to know about these things. But I have been told by a number of my friends here at work that maybe, just maybe, there might be an extra kid somewhere along the way that I don't know about.
We kind of look a little similar, and my mom was in Amsterdam a while ago. I don't know if...
Well, yeah, but you know, you never know. It's all I can say to it.
It's, life is life.
It is. It really, really is. And I'd be happy to call you son. I really would. 21 after 11 o'clock. Now, at the same time, my friend, the fans want to know, how do we get hold of you? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? But more importantly, Kellen, do you respond?
I do respond. I gave up on Twitter a long time ago. I'm an old soul at heart, and I know that social media is very important. And I was like, I just couldn't figure Twitter out, and There's still an account, but I'm not. It doesn't even matter because I don't check it. But Instagram is Kellen Saip Music. Facebook is the Kellen Saip. And I'm all available everywhere on like iTunes and Spotify and all those social media or music platforms, jazz, and it's all out there.
Very, very cool, Kellen. Now, at the same time, do you have a website? Do you have a merch store there?
I do. The website is kellensaipmusic.com. And did you say merch?
Yeah, do you have a merch store there? Can we direct our fans to go and have a look?
Not quite yet. Private messaging is the best for the merch right now. I'm working, a new record comes out November 16th. So the last tour, I just did a cross-Canada tour, and merch did really well. So there's not much merch right now, unfortunately, because I had to get that record out. But the new year, we're stocking up new designs, and it's going to be great.
Awesome. And I tell you what, here's an idea, and I know I'm going to get in trouble for this from my production team later on down the track, but when you get your CD all together, how would you like to send us a few copies here at Galaxy? We could do a giveaway, keep Kellen Saip rolling here at Galaxy, and at the same time, now, usually I'm wearing an artist t-shirt, but I've been told today, because they were going to suggest getting you in touch with the guys at Late Night Television in Jacksonville, Florida, that I got to represent the company. You know what I mean? So, but usually I'm wearing an artist t-shirt.
I've got some stuff I'll send you. I've got a couple shirts left. I've got. This is what I'll show you here. This is the new CD.
There you go. Brilliant.
So it's going to be out soon. The new single's out, and that's called Down. And it's featuring Matt Kelly from City and Colour from Canada here.
Okay, yep, I've heard the name.
He plays pedal steel. And then you guys just got the rest of the record, so I can't wait for you to hear it.
Nice. And at the same time, Kellen, we do want you to come back. If you're going to be releasing new stuff, we would love you to come back and talk about the release and the particular song, stuff like that. Building up to the completion of the whole album. How's that sound?
Oh, I would love to.
Excellent. Because believe me, I think the fans here at Galaxy 107 FM, our listeners, are adopting you hand over fist. Now, when I started listening to you, and believe me, it wasn't that long ago, we started putting you into the shows like Monday Night Artist because we knew we were going to do an interview with you. We also have you on a Tuesday night blues show. I've even put a couple of tracks, would you believe, into modern rock that we do on a Saturday afternoon.
Awesome.
Leading into, of course, the Hardwired show. That's for metalers on Saturday nights. But I've also been getting so many requests for you, I've had to put you into my breakfast show.
Oh, yes. That makes me happy because I don't eat breakfast.
Well,
so I'll listen.
I tell you what, there's a number of millions of people around the world that do partake in breakfast with me every morning, and they're starting to go, where's Callum? We want some Callum. So I've got to put you in.
I'm going to get up extra early now, and well, your breakfast, that would be like 5 in the morning here, wouldn't it? Somewhere around there.
No, well, we start about 5 in the morning, so...
okay. Well, like I said, I have 2 kids now, so I don't sleep very often, so...
Well, I tell you what, if you wake up, say, about 9 o'clock in the morning and tune us in, you never know, you might catch us by about lunchtime, something like that.
Awesome.
Anyway, I feel sorry...
You guys play some amazing music, I'll tell you that. I don't... when I first heard about you guys, I don't listen to a lot of stuff like on the radio and stuff, but I dial in every time that I can to you guys.
You know, I absolutely appreciate that. I really, really do. And at the same time, very honoured to be able to do interviews with talent much like yourself. We had Gord Bamford yesterday. He's legendary singer in his own right. And, of course, we're teeing up Steve Lynch from the band Autograph, legendary band and legendary guitarist. He used to work and has opened for people like Van Halen, for instance, if you know what I mean.
Awesome.
Super intelligent too. Written 3 books. He really, really has. So you're in the company of what we kind of feel is greatness.
Oh, you're too kind. Too kind.
And at the same time, We are absolutely loving Money on My Back, Monkey on My Back. Now, tell me all about it. How did you come to the lyrics of Monkey on My Back?
So that's cool. Yeah, like that's not even recorded yet. I just did like some little weird video, and I'm stoked that you guys have grabbed a hold of that because that's like not even on a record at all yet. Man, that's just a song like the day. Like if you don't have to be an artist, you can be anybody in the world, but everyone struggles with addiction, and that's just one of those songs that it's whatever addiction that you have or you struggle through, at least it's not. There's always probably something worse. And that's kind of where that comes from, and yeah, that's really cool that you guys got a hold of that, because you do your homework.
our team is absolutely world class. I've got to be honest with you, we really are. And, well, you know, that's one up for the production team. I'm going to have to give them a pat on the back. I know what he's going to want. He's going to want a couple of shots. Yeah, I'll shout him that one. Because of the reaction we've got from Monkey on My Back right here at Galaxy. That's really funny. I'm going to give Brooke I'm not going to give him a raise. No, he doesn't deserve a raise. I'll buy him a couple of shots. Well done. How you feel?
That song's like just in like a parkade.
Okay.
On YouTube somewhere. That's like there's a video. I did a quick video with some guy that does like pre-show videos. So before you play a show, he'll set you up somewhere around the show, and you just play a song from.
Nice.
So that's cool.
Well, I tell you what, we've been playing it, and in the breakfast show, we really have, and we are getting a reaction. We really
I'll have to get that recorded.
This morning was the first time I played Whiskey River.
Okay.
And straight away, I think we got about 150 odd requests. Can we hear it again?
Awesome.
You know,
that's so good. Like, yeah, you guys are the first spin, really, honestly. I think not even down here, not World Radio Station has the whole record yet. So.
Wow. Well, we are on it.
I'm stoked you guys are enjoying it. Like, that's one of the things that is hard really down here in Canada and stuff. Like, people don't radio stations, as you know, like they're bought out by Canadian content, so they'll play a lot of like more famous Canadian content, and then you have like the UBC and like the college radio stations that will play your songs, but they never tell you if they're playing them, and you never know. And then all of a sudden, someone will call you and be like, "Hey, they played your song on CBC," and you're like, "Cool!" Like that's it.
Did they? Sure.
Yeah,
nice.
Okay, that's awesome. It's like no one tells you what they're doing, and no one.
No. Well,
so it's an honor to get feedback and actually know that people are listening. And
this is part of what our radio station is about, is connecting with tomorrow's music, and that's exactly what you are.
Oh, it's so good.
Let's go to the desk.
After what I've been through, I can't say I got the answers. I sure got the scars to show you the good won't get you that far.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 23.4 degrees, going down a little bit. For you guys that are in the United States or anywhere like that do Fahrenheit, right here in this office, 90 degrees F. It's hot. And I've got a couple of fans going, and believe me, I still need a bit more. Barbara, maybe you can be a bit more vigorous with that wandy thing of yours and cool me down a bit more. What do you reckon? Anyway, absolutely humbled to be in the company of Kellen Saip. I'm not sure whether I'm still tripping over that or not, but I do apologise. And Absolutely loving your music. I really, really am. Now, I'll let you into a little surprise. I myself am a big fan of gospel music. I really, really am. And I can feel it. Not hear it, feel it in your music. I really, really can. And I think that's the ingredient that is, most bands have an ingredient and a recipe to their music, but there's one ingredient that's missing. Here, I think you've found that.
Thank you. It's a feeling that I get too. You describe it really well, so that's why it works in the song so much, because it's not me trying to push that out there. It's just always in the background somewhere in the music, and I am not a perfect man in the least. So that's a lot of my songs deal about struggle and addiction and not knowing where you're going. But there's always something in the background, because I don't know. I wouldn't be able to write music if there wasn't. I wouldn't be able to do a lot of things if you didn't think that there's some sort of good in the end of it. So.
Exactly. I hear exactly what you're saying there, my friend. And I got to thank you for being such a superb artist. Without people like yourself, I wouldn't have a job, I got to be honest. But at the same time, you see, that's what we're about, is actually connecting with the musicians playing their music. We're not worried about the adverts, making money and stuff like this. It's all about the music and how we can interpret that and get that across to our fans and listeners. And believe me, you fit that slot so comfortably.
And hats off to you too, because there's not a lot of you left. So one of my goals is that within a year or two to be sitting across that table and having this conversation with you. We'll try and get that going down.
Well, that's a good segue into basically where I was going to ask you. Have you ever considered maybe coming down to the land of the long white cloud, Aotearoa, the Antipodes here in New Zealand, and maybe doing a few shows for us?
I would absolutely love to. I haven't even actually done any shows in the States yet. It's been, like I said, I've been doing this for full time for about 2.5 years. So the big tours that I've just started doing are like across Canada, and so the States is definitely is on the list, and New Zealand would just be that's number one, because that'd be awesome. How big are your spiders down there, though? Are they like this big?
Well, yes, actually, we do have an Avondale spider that's about the size of a dinner plate, but it's nothing. It really isn't.
So I won't ask for like any kind of booze or anything during the night. You just have to get me a security guard to just walk and kill those spiders when I'm down there, and then we're golden. You don't actually see them anymore, to be very honest with you. Okay,
the most dangerous thing we have down here are our women.
Yeah. I was about to say politicians down here, so.
Yeah, and we do have a Prime Minister that's a female too. We just celebrated 100 years of equality here in New Zealand.
Okay.
So, sounds like the boss is in the background.
No, that's actually, for some reason, one of us said something that Google Play picked up on. It just gave me the list of 3 things to do when you're depressed. I don't know what that means about this interview, but get out of bed, go for a walk, and meet some friends, and then it stopped talking. So I don't know what happened there. But.
Well, basically it's saying, hey, listen, you're talking to Kiwis, you might be depressed now.
Well, you see, Google needs to be in everything, so they knew that this interview was happening, and they just had to shoot their mouth off about something. So.
Of course, where would you be without Siri? But at the same time, my friend, we kind of feel 4, maybe 5 shows here in New Zealand, and well, we could also share you with Australia, maybe 6 or 10 shows over there as well. Reason why I say Australia is not that we like Australians, but we love their money.
Yes, I've actually heard something about Australia, that it's very, very difficult for a solo artist to play there now.
It can be.
I heard that they're not really booking any solo artists out of anywhere, and like that it's very hard to find places that solo artists play down there, which is devastating, because that's how you start. And if you're over the age of 25, most of the people that you know don't want to live the band life anymore. They've got good jobs, and if you're into it, then it's hard to find people to play them.
Exactly, it really is like that. But we do have a few learned friends over there in the game, if you know what I mean. And
Yeah.
they can take care of us. And I'm mentioning Ray Reid, for instance, absolutely brilliant man in his own right, works with us closely, and we can take care of this. We really, really can. But at the same time, Kellen, I got to let you know we're a little crazy.
Hey,
Here we go.
you're just fine in my books. I'm having a great time here.
Nice. Well, are you up for a challenge or two while you are here in New Zealand?
Oh yeah, we're golden.
I'm going to love this, really. I really am.
This is my third beer of this interview, so.
Hey! Actually, I'm still on my first coffee for the day, to be very honest.
There you go.
Yeah. Now, at the same time, having said that we're a little crazy, got to ask you, have you ever heard of a hoo-hoo grub?
No, it sounds like a very scantily clad woman dressed in a Christmas suit.
Yeah, wrong kind of hoo-hoos.
Yeah.
Yeah, wrong kind of hoo-hoos.
Okay.
Literally, I'm sure you're familiar with the caterpillar, right?
I am familiar with the caterpillar.
Okay, this is like a caterpillar on steroids. It's big, it's white, like a double-decker bus to a mini. It's got a black head. Now, what you do is you put the live body in the mouth and you rip off the head. Don't eat the head, it's yucky. But when you crunch down on this, it's like eating creamy peanut butter.
No.
It is. It really, really is. Delicacy here in New Zealand too, by the way. The indigenous folks of New Zealand, the Maori, kind of found this one out as a food source. Now, let's break this down. You got to wonder about the first guy that ever ate a mussel, for instance, or a scallop, or, you know,
Oyster.
What did you go through to have to eat that? So, you know, but seriously, this really does taste like creamy peanut butter. Now, here in New Zealand, we have a thing called the Wild Food Festival, and this is where we deep fry things you just shouldn't deep fry.
Okay, well, it sounds better deep fried. Anything's better deep fried, I think, so.
Well, I don't know. I'm kind of in favour of women dipped in chocolate.
Yeah.
That'll-
Yeah, not deep fried. Deep
Yeah.
fried's a little, you're going to get in trouble that way.
Yeah, you kind of are, aren't you? If you deep
Yeah.
fry women dipped in chocolate. But it kind of fascinates me too, like deep frying ice cream.
Yeah, we have a thing down here, the PNE. It's a big roller coaster event that's open in Vancouver all the time, and they have literal deep fried sticks of butter. Like a whole stick of butter, deep fried, and then you just eat it off the stick.
Hey!
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no, thank you. But, you know, you guys can enjoy that one, for sure. I'll stay with deep fried dipped in chocolate women.
Yes, okay, I'm down with that too. The butter is a little excessive for me, but
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to put any weight on. I really don't.
both will probably give me a heart attack at one point. Either the deep fried butter or the women dipped in chocolate. They're both.
Sooner or later, a woman will give you a heart attack. Don't worry about that. It's a fact of life. But having said that, we'll take you down to Queenstown, down around the bottom of the South Island. We're a number of islands, 3 majors actually. Stewart Island, South Island, and then the big one, North Island, where we are. But take you down to Queenstown. Now down there, Shania Twain owns a property down there. It's a sort of a boutique city kind of town kind of place. You might find people like Tom Cruise and Kevin Costner, all of those, getting away from their lives to come down here with all of their friends, which doesn't really get away from their lives, really.
Yes, yeah.
But they do that. And down there, I don't know, Barbara, we'll take them and throw them off a bridge.
Okay, well, you can go first.
I can go. Yeah, I always go first.
Yes.
I really. We have a thing here in New Zealand, my friend, called bungee jumping.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And
That terrified me. I'm a big boy. I'll need about 6 of those bungee cables to
well,
keep me from hitting the ground. But
don't you worry, my friend. I know AJ Hackett. He's the guy that brought it to New Zealand, if you know what I mean. And he's a very, very trusted friend. He's been doing it for decades now, so I'm pretty sure that he'll be able to get you sorted. And luckily, you're not Australian, so we'll attach the bungee.
yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
It's good. We have a place here called Whistler, BC. It's a snowboarding place, and if you go bungee jumping there naked, it's free.
I'm in.
Yeah. You just go, and if you do it naked, it's free. If not, it's pretty pricey. I think it's like $80 a jump or something like that, but free naked.
Yep, I mean, and in fact, I'm going to have a talk to AJ, see if he'll adopt that here in New Zealand as well. I like that idea. But having said that, my friend, I also am a very accomplished parachutist and part of the local aero clubs here in New Zealand. If you feel like walking outside of a perfectly good aeroplane, clothes on or off, I don't really mind. We could do that as well.
Yeah, if I'm going to come to New Zealand, I'm going to do it right. So I'm going to be eating all the bugs and jumping off everything, and that's how you do it.
Exactly. And have you heard of a Zorb?
No.
Okay, this is rather fun. It really, really is. But you need a few Dutch carriages, if you want to put it like that, before you get in. It's a big, clear plastic wall, and it's always better to do it in your swimsuit, to be very honest. Well, you know, maybe you're not allowed to do it in any other kind of suit, but, yeah, well, you get in this, and we'll roll you down a hill. It's like playing Skittles. We'll have people running in front of you. The more drunk you are, the expressions on their faces as you go over top of them is funnier and funnier.
Awesome.
We love that. We'll send you videos of all of this too, by the way. Yeah.
I'm going to be going down my stairs in a handmade one tonight.
Get out the swimming pool boat.
That's it.
Yeah, yeah, go for it. But at the same time, have you heard of Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, I don't know if you're going to like me anymore after this, but like I've seen one Lord of the Rings. I'm just not, I don't know, like, it's just not my thing. And Harry Potter, too. Like, those two, and, like, even Star Wars. Like, I'm just not that's not my thing. Die Hard is my thing.
Yeah, but there you go. Well, you've got a lot of approval in this room right away.
Like,
nothing
Die
like...
Hard is a Christmas movie. I don't care what anyone else says. It's definitely a Christmas movie, and it's a great trilogy. I'm not counting the other two they did in the 2000s that were just brutal, but...
Well, I tell you what, in fact, just yesterday I was watching a Willy movie, I've got to be honest with you, and I noted how old he's looking these days compared to the Die Hard days.
Yeah.
You know, you sort of you watch that movie, it's a good old fave, you continue to watch it, then suddenly you see reality and it's like...
And the new one, yeah,
wow.
It's great.
It really, really is. Yes. Now...
In the first one, which is, like, mind-blowing, because... He hasn't had hair in a long time.
Well, he hasn't, to be very honest with you. But, you know, I'm sure the top of his skull says, you know, they left it. Somebody took it away. They really did. Which is a good segue to talk about Take Me Away. Tell me all about it. Tell me all about it.
Take Me Away is the self-titled track of the record that Hitchhike is on, and it's a really, like I said, that record is like a collab with the producer, really, and we just had some cool noises that I like. It's a lot dancier than I thought it would ever be, and I really, really, like, I think that was the only time in my life that it was going to come out that way. Because I'm getting older and sadder and, like, weaker, so I just play guitar and whine about things now. But it was a really fun song to do, and that was the subtitle. And Take Me Away is just exactly what the title is. Just take me away from everything for a minute. Like if you finally find someone that's your soulmate and you can sit with them and they can just take you away from everything, all the problems, all the bullshit. Am I allowed to say shit?
Yeah, of course you can. You
can bullshit. Yeah, I said it 3 times now, so I apologize. But yeah, that's what that song's about.
Well, I tell you what, Callum, 1,117 requests to date since we've been playing it here at Galaxy 107 FM is Kellen Saip and Take Me Away. It's hot here, Barbara. Gosh.
I'm not too hot.
There's all these people in this room breathing, that's what it is.
No, it's you.
Yeah, it's me.
You want me to stop breathing now?
I didn't say that.
Should be cooler now the dog's gone.
So...
The fan's on.
Sorry?
And the fan's on.
And the fan's on?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about that one?
Oh, no, I don't.
We don't want to upset your hairstyle.
No, not that. It's my back.
So, can we talk about Corey Woodward and the Lion Bear Fox thing?
Yeah.
Can we do that?
They're still doing their thing. They what was the recent thing they did? They tour a lot solo, and then they just did Denmark. No, they didn't do it this year. They were supposed to, and then Ryan on that stuff. But yeah, they've done the Tonder Festival, and yeah, he was a cool producer. I mean, definitely chat about him. I haven't seen him very often lately. We're just busy. Everyone's busy.
They kind of are, believe me. But it's coming into that kind of period of the year. Don't forget, there's 53 days away from Christmas.
It's true. That's December kind of deteriorates in music for a little bit, unless you're corporate and play. I don't know enough Christmas songs to get by.
You know, I went into the local alcohol shop there just the other day, and I says, you know, it's about 55 days away until Christmas. Can I put a lay-by plan together? And she goes, yes, of course. So I went and just laid down next to the fridge. And she goes, what are you doing? I says, I'm practicing my lay-by.
Yes. Perfect. We get put in jail for something like that out here. Like people messing around in liquor stores.
Oh man, I have such a wicked sense of humour, and believe me, if you come here, my friend, I promise to be your worst influence. Honest.
I open that with open arms.
Nice. We're going to get in trouble, bro. We are.
Oh, I can tell you that already.
Do I have to bail you out?
Bail?
Yeah. Or
Yes.
will I leave you there?
Yes, we will need bail. Plan on it. Put it in the budget.
Maybe if you did a few songs for the police and stuff,
Well, we
they'll
could
let
do
you
that.
out.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah,
Let's go
I'll
back
do
to the
that.
desk.
Turn me away so I can love my fears. Take me away, take me far from here. Take me away so I can love my fears. Take me away, take me far from here. Take me away so I can run from my fears. Take me away, take me away, oh my sweet babe.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 11 away from 12 o'clock, 23 degrees downtown, hot. It really is, and it's not even summertime yet. Climate change is making its point. Friday, November the 1st, excuse me, and joined, absolutely elated to be joined by Kellen Saip. And of course, Kellen, you that's the title track of your EP, isn't it?
Yes, that was actually done before Winding Road, so that's done a couple of years ago. That one taken away.
You know, absolutely loving it. The fans have adopted it. They really, really have. But
Awesome.
at the same time, Corey Woodward is involved in this, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He's in a three-piece called Lion Bear Fox, and they've been a staple in Canadian music. They're all from, well, some of them from Vancouver, some from the island. So I went down to Nanaimo and recorded that whole CD in about 6 days we had. And I had it all acoustically done and to rework it and just work that long. And it was an awesome process, and what came out was great. It was the first time I've ever actually gone to a studio with a deadline, and a crazy deadline like that.
Yeah.
So it was tough, it was stressful, and then what came out is perfect. You can hear how stressful it is in the record, I feel.
Well, what I hear is just top quality music. I really, really do, my friend. And I think that's exactly what our fans here at Galaxy are listening to as well, is the confidence, the whole enchilada, all wrapped up. Basically, you're giving it the onion.
Yeah, giving it the onion.
I love that. I really, really do. So, I want to also ask you about what you would like to do here in New Zealand besides what we would like to do. And that basically, we could take you to Auckland, put you on a yacht, take in the ambience, have a meal, a few brewskis, everything like that. But is there anything specifically you would like to do here when you're here? I note that you have some tattoos. I also noted from the goos and gars from coming in officers down the hallway that you caused quite a sensation. But I'm thinking maybe you and we could get together and get Barbara tattooed. What do you think?
Oh, that's a good idea. We should all just get Barbara tattooed on us somewhere.
Yep, absolutely. Now, don't get me wrong, and I believe that everybody needs a Barbara. She is so proficient in what she does. The whole enchilada. She really does everything. But, you know, at the same time, I'm kind of partial to putting a brand on her somewhere. What do you think?
That would work. We can get that done.
I love that. I love that. Yeah. Now, at the same time, I got to ask you, and one of the fans wanted to know this, somebody coming out of Cairns, Australia right now just asked, what's your marital status, Kellen?
My marriage status. I'm married to a beautiful lady named Amy Jean, and we have 2 kids together.
You know, I think she was looking for another man, to be very honest, but our crew texted back to her saying, even close, you'd have to come with a brewery and a boat.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I'm sure you're going to be bringing the family with you when you come here to New Zealand.
Oh, I don't know, because I feel like we're going to have a good time, and if
well,
we're doing a lot of sleeping during the day, so I'm not sure. That's a good question.
Well, I tell you what, we can always take the young ones to Rainbow's End, for instance. That's like Disneyland or
Okay.
you know, something like that.
If there's an option like that, then that's glorified babysitting. That works for me.
It really is glorified, and at the same time, Barbara is an Olympic shopper.
Okay.
So she may be able to entertain the wife very, very comfortably while we're sitting in jail.
Yes, that's the thing. Yeah, they have to. Well, if they spend all the bail money on clothes, then we're kind of screwed. But
well, I'm comfortable sitting in jail. I've been there a couple of times myself. You know, over late paying on parking tickets, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, well you know.
You know, they kind of don't like me when I let their tyres off, let their tyres down when I leave.
Hey, you gotta prove a point somehow.
Exactly, and especially if they come out and find a couple of shoe imprints on their boot.
Yes, and orange juice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Love
you
it.
see that.
Believe me, that's a wonderful one. I'm going to suggest my friends down at Dunedin give that a go, actually. I really, really will. And at the same time, police cars being white, well, you know, I think it'd be perfect at the same time.
100%.
You know, I'll have to get my way down there to go and watch that. I'd like to... Barbara, maybe you and I could go down and film that one just for a bit of a prank, a galaxy prank. What do you reckon?
I'll put you on the plane tonight.
I tell you what, we'd have to hitchhike.
Oh, no.
We would have to hitchhike. Callum, tell us all about Hitchhike.
Hitchhike. That song came out really cool. I picture every time I hear it, like roller disco. Remember those old roller discos?
Yep.
For some reason, every time I hear it now, and that song was like super, super dark when I wrote it, like on acoustic, and it totally changed my perspective of it. And I still do play it acoustically. And actually, recently just started playing a lot more now again, which it's just fun to like get back into old flings like that and bring them back. So that's fun. But yeah, Hitchhike. That whole record kind of has the whole kind of sense of just getting away from it all, kind of thing.
It kind of does. It kind of does.
Yeah.
I got to be honest with you, but at the same time, this one is your #1 most requested Callum artist. You know, it really, really is. You've gone over 22,500 requests from this since we've been playing it, and it was the one song. Yeah, as I said to you when I very first heard your music, the very first one was "Shadow on Your Path," but the same time, within the same hour, would you believe, I'm sitting here finding the rewind in my system to be able to, in my car, like if you remember the tapes and stuff like that, I'm looking for the button to see where I can play this again and set it on repeat. I really, really did. I adopted this. And as soon as I played it the very first time in the breakfast show, I didn't put it into any other shows. I made sure the production only gave it to me for the breakfast show, just as an experiment to see how it would take. And instantly, the internet went absolutely nuts with wanting to know more about you, more about the song, everything like this. This, at the moment, is your number one song.
Awesome. That's cool. I'm moving to New Zealand. It's done.
Yeah,
we're coming on that way.
We wouldn't let you go now if you're going to come down. That's for sure. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, right here at Galaxy 107 FM, here is Kellen Saip's number one song. You did it, not me. Here is Hitchhike. Starting to sweat here, Barbara. It's really warm. I'm not looking forward to summer, I've got to be honest with you, Barbara. It's going to be too bloody hot.
Well, you were whinging in the winter, it was too cold and you couldn't wait for the summer, so now you can't wait for the winter.
I like that period in between summer and winter where it's just right. It's like the, the Papa Bear thing.
Yeah.
The Goldilocks thing, where it's not too hot, not too cold.
I've been
there's just to rub it in, it's 11 degrees here.
11 degrees.
Not too bad.
Well, that's not too bad. I mean,
no, it'll be a good Halloween. I think it's a good weather for Halloween.
Nice. And of course, we want everybody to come home safely, don't we?
Oh, 100%. Well, I do the whole thing with my oldest is 3.5, so she can't do it by herself yet.
Yeah, fair enough too. Good.
But it's more fun for us, I'll tell you that. It's you just fill a big cup up and a little bit of whiskey, a little bit of chocolate.
Exactly, and it's always nice to have your pumpkin out in public, isn't it?
Oh, that's it. It's the only time of the year you can do it without getting arrested.
Exactly. You just... People look at you weirdly if you go walking down the road with your pumpkin out any other time than Halloween.
I still don't know what you mean.
Well, that'll give you the pip.
We carve pumpkins every year, but I'm really lazy with mine, but I do it every year now. And my wife finally accepted it. All I do is with Sharpie, I just write Downy on the pumpkin. You get it?
Yeah, I do. I tell you what, my wife said to me yesterday, because it was Halloween here yesterday, she goes, what are you doing? I says, I'm getting out everything to cut up the pumpkin. And she goes, why are you cutting up the pumpkin? And I says, it's Halloween. She goes, why don't you just go and plug the bloody thing in?
Yes. Perfect.
True. Oh, well, I'll catch up one of these days.
Yes, I had to stop dipping the treats in chocolate.
Laxative chocolate, yeah.
Brussels sprouts.
Yeah. I'll give you this story. This is funny, but we'll go back to the desk first.
Yes, otherwise you'll chop.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. It is bang on lunchtime, 12 o'clock on the dot, 21 degrees. I'm going to give the win to Barbara, I really am. Friday, November the 1st. Now, last night here in New Zealand, Kellen, was actually Halloween. Now, you know about the trick or the treat kind of thing, right? I'm a trick kind of guy, rather than
would be, yes.
Yeah, so what I got the wife to do yesterday was we went down and bought a whole bag of Brussels sprouts. You know those little cabbagey things?
Yeah.
Yep. And dipped those in chocolates, but we put a little bit of laxative in the chocolate as well. You know what I mean?
Oh, you got it. Yeah, top it off.
And then of course you put all the fancy paper around it. You know, anybody that came in wanting tricks or anything like that, well, help yourself. Now I'm wondering how many toilets are being used today. To be very honest, because there was a whole. Yeah, exactly, so we love our little darlings, enjoy. Yeah.
That's great.
Believe me, it was a lot of fun, especially when you watch them going down the driveway. They're opening them up and having their very first bite. You will look for the surprise on their face. Brilliant. Yep.
So good.
Yep, absolutely. And believe me, I found more on the ground this morning down by the letterbox than I did actually. So,
Yeah, whatever wildlife you have around there is going to just be having a horrible day today.
oh, I tell you what, no worries. No worries. Neighbours can clean it up. Don't mind. Yeah. So it is 2 after 12 o'clock and 21 degrees downtown. Nice to have everybody along. Now, Callum, we are quickly running out of time right now, and I know that you've got this huge event going up with your young ones tonight. So I really, really quickly want to talk to you about what I think is, I was told, one of your most exciting releases, Whiskey River. We only received this yesterday.
Awesome.
Tell me all about it.
Okay, well, that's the new, you guys are the first spin, actually, to have any of those songs other than Down. And I wrote that song a long time ago, and it just never fit in any kind of, like, the way I wanted it to fit. This new record really flows organically. I really like how it came out, and I work with a producer down here named Kyler Pierce, and he's amazing. He's a good friend of mine, and like, we're talking, like, he's using whirlizers and, like, real deal. Like, there's no pads on this record at all. Like, we're miking, like, these whirlizers that are in this old cabin. And, like, Whiskey River is the first song on the CD. And that's what it meant to be. It was meant to be a first song on the CD. And I just love how it came out. And it's one of my faves on there. The whole record is absolutely amazing. And I'm not the kind of person to say that about my own stuff. I'm very hard on myself when it comes to music, but this record is something special. I can't wait for you to hear it.
Well, I got to be honest with you, I haven't heard it yet, but at the same time, my friend, I understand about being hard on yourself, believe me. I think all professionals are at some stage in their careers. I really do. I do it myself. I get very critical of what I do, so I fully understand where you're coming from. So, for me, and for the rest of the staff here that haven't already heard it, which is basically production, I'm going to sit back and absolutely enjoy this. This is Whiskey River, brand spanking new here at Galaxy 107 FM by Kellen Saip. Yes, check this out. I've got Kyle Pierce on this. He's the guitarist. Right. I see.
There you go.
On the name of this one, it's got Kyler Pierce.
Yeah, Kyler produced the whole record.
Yeah, so production, as I said, it's so new, they actually just sent it straight through. In their infinite wisdom and excitement, we will change the name over to Callum.
Oh, no worries, yeah. It's it might have been in the email, because like I think I just sent you like the MP3 files that I got from him.
Right. That explains it. That ties it up. I was sitting there thinking, oh my God, have I got the right song? Have they done their job right? No, they have. They are good working staff. I really shouldn't doubt anything they do. I really shouldn't.
The tight ship. I'm loving this, man. You guys are awesome. I can't wait. If you can make this work to get down there, it'd be awesome.
We would be honoured, my friend, to have you play here in New Zealand. Let's not forget though, we're a little selfish here in New Zealand. There's a reason for it as well, is that we can get some of our artists on stage in front of Kiwi audiences as well, with somebody like yourself, a draw card. At the same time, we would like to be able to train them, get them ready to go overseas and play in front of other audiences as well. That's why we do it. We're looking after our own and other people in the world.
It's great. That's just the only way it can happen these days. And
exactly.
It's awesome. I appreciate that from you guys.
Believe me, bro. It's something that we want to be a part of in New Zealand and on a global scale. Is indie artists. They are the future of New Zealand and the world music. And we know pretty much everybody in Canada, and we think, gosh, if we could get a few of you guys down here, integrate years, maybe do a contra where we can see. Yeah,
Okay.
you know, and that's what it's all about. It's not actually about the money for us, even though money's nice and we do need that to make things go round. It's more concentrated for the artists that New Zealand has yet to hear, and the artists of New Zealand that the world has yet to hear.
Exactly.
And that's what drives us. That's our whole force
And
behind
it's
it.
it's kind of weird in a way that like you find that like a New Zealand artist would be way bigger here than a Canadian artist, and a Canadian artist could be bigger in New Zealand or Germany. Like the Dead South in Germany is the craziest thing ever. Like
I know. I know.
they're doing well here, but nowhere near like what they're doing in Germany. So it's kind of funny when you bring these artists into different places and it just meshes with what is going on there. It works out for all the artists, which is awesome.
It really does. And the next time you see Nathan, please pass the love from us down here, won't you?
I will. I'm still recovering from the last time I saw him. It was and it was, yeah, it's a tough one. And then I saw him again. I got to see a lot of the boys. I was touring through Regina, and that's where they're from. So we had a quick breakfast in the morning when I was out there.
I'm not allowed to tour through that.
That's not yours?
No, I'm not allowed to tour through Vagina at all.
Oh, yeah, well, Regina.
Regina, sorry. My wife's looking at me sideways going, no, there's none of that.
Yeah, me either.
Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Aren't I clever? Welcome, everybody.
Well, I'm waiting for what people are going to text me now.
Oh, yeah, it's good. Yeah, Grant did a boo-boo. Well, it goes with Regina, doesn't it? It really does. Sounds so friendly.
Yeah, that's sort of out
It's
of
a
the way.
friendly sound, it really is. Let's go back to the desk before I get into more trouble.
Yes. Yep. Chop, chop.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. It is 9 after 12 o'clock. Yes, I know we have gone a little over time, but hey, it has absolutely been worth it. 21 degrees downtown. Yeah, I think we're going to be up around the 20s easily all day today. Weatherman didn't stand a chance at 19, he really, really didn't. It is Friday, November the 1st, and that wraps it up for us for a very, very enlightening interview with Kellen. And of course, we've got to add in Kyla there because the name is actually there. So we'll add Kyla in the credits as well because, believe me, that was an absolutely brilliant piece of music. I really, really enjoyed hearing that for the first time. I really did, my friend. And
Thank you.
I'm going to ask you back again. Would you come back and release more new work with us as you go?
100%, yeah. Anytime before the CD comes out November 16th, so you guys line it up and we'll knock it down. We'll get it done before the record comes out.
Bingo, and believe me, keep in touch with Barbara because she will set it up. And
Absolutely.
I'd be absolutely honoured to do something with you again before Christmas, even if you would like to come back for the Christmas extravaganza that we do. Just a couple of songs. Hi to everybody in the world. Merry Christmas. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We would be absolutely elated to put you in there.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
You let me know.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I'll get Barbara to let you know because, believe me, she's far more better at it than I am, far more efficient, I've got to be honest. But at the same time, don't go anywhere just yet, Kellen, because we do a couple of things after the show and we'll give you all the photos, everything that's been taken, even the backstage stuff that people, even watching now on live on Facebook, don't get to see. You get the backdoor stuff as well, believe me.
The backdoor stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
The nitty-gritty.
Yeah. So thank you so much for joining us and taking the time out. I know it's a very, very special night. Halloween over there. Got to be celebrated. It really does. And a special time with the young ones.
Oh, it's going to be perfect. I really appreciate you having me on, man. It was a really good chat.
Nice, nice. And I'm so looking forward to getting into trouble with you, my friend. I really am.
It's going to be good. I'm very excited. I got to start working on my my running skills, I think. Running away from certain people that trying to catch us.
Yeah, believe me. We'll send you photos of them people too. We really will. But at the same time, maybe we could consider bringing you in the Dead South and everything as a whole package. What do you reckon?
Well, that would be a fun one. That'd be a scary tour. It would be one of the funnest I think I'll ever do in my life.
Well, I tell you what, we'll drink the breweries dry.
That's it. I think that would happen.
Yep, we'll scare the hell out of the breweries. We really, really will. So, Callum, thank you so much for joining us today, and looking forward to meeting you in the future. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Here's Katrina and the Waves.